बट मेरे को रखने के लिए कुछ चाहिए।
दो ना, मैं ले देती हूँ।
क्या? नहीं, मेरे को चाहिए भी तो, रेफर भी तो करने के लिए चाहिए। मेरे को ये दे दो ना, ये वाला सामने पड़ा रहेगा तो क्या मैं देख के पढ़ सकता हूँ। सच में न्यूज़ जैसा लग रहा है ये। आपका स्वागत है आज की ताज़ा खबरों में। आज की ताज़ा खबरों में हम आपको बताएंगे The nation wants to know.
ए नौटंकी।
Wow, it is fantastic. It's great. It's a great country. How is my hair looking, by the way?
गुड गुड।
Okay.
तो
So are
इसे
we ready?
मेकअप करना चाहिए क्या आपको?
नहीं, ठीक है यार, मेकअप नहीं चाहिए।
इसका लाइट नहीं आ रहा है क्या?
गणपति बप्पा मोरया।
गणपति बप्पा
दुर्गा माँ
मोरया।
की जय। क्या बोलते हो आप लोग?
दुर्गा माँ की जय।
और कुछ बोलते हो? बंगाली में क्या बोलते
जय माँ दुर्गा।
हो? जय माँ दुर्गा। कहाँ से स्टार्ट करूँ? It's the first time. थोड़ा तो nervousness है, of course. It's good.
Take one.
किससे स्टार्ट करूँ मैं? अच्छा ठीक है ठीक है। उधर से बोले ना, हम डायरेक्टर और कैमरा के पीछे से डायरेक्ट। Have you always wanted to? Have you always wanted to migrate to? Have you always wanted to migrate to a new country? Today I will tell you the steps to migrate to Canada as a permanent resident. It was back in 2018 when I first moved to Canada as a permanent resident. Ever since then, a lot of my friends have asked me the steps and the process of how to move to Canada as a permanent resident. Today I bring to you, out of my own experience, the steps to move to Canada as a permanent resident. बहुत फास्ट लगा कि ठीक था? फास्ट था क्या? Back in 2018, I moved to Canada in 2018 as a permanent resident. Ever since then, a lot of my friends and colleagues have tried to understand the process to come to Canada. And I thought it would be best to make a video so that I could explain the steps in how you can migrate to Canada. Shiva भूल गया. Okay, I'll do this again.
क्या बोल?
हाँ?
क्या बोल रहे?
कि मैं कैसे इसको complete करने वाला था sentence को. I think for the next one I'll definitely write it down.
कोई तो मेरी बात सुनता ही नहीं।
I moved to Canada in 2018. And ever since then, my friends and my colleagues have wanted to know the process to migrate to Canada. Today, out of my experience of migrating to Canada and applying for the PR in Canada, I moved to Canada in 2018. And ever since then, my friends and my colleagues have wanted to understand the process to apply for a PR in Canada. With my experience in applying for the Canadian permanent residency, I will tell you the steps to apply for a PR in Canada. With my experience in the Canada permanent residency process, I will tell you the steps to migrate to Canada. But today we will discuss about how you can know if you're eligible to apply to Canada. Actually, ये पूरा एक फ्लो में बोलना चाहिए मेरे को. Today we will talk about the entire process of applying to Canada, right from the time on how you can find out if you're eligible to apply to Canada, to knowing what documents you will provide for this entire process, filling out your profile to get your invitation to apply to Canada, And once you get the invitation, how do you submit your actual permanent residency application form? So here are the steps to apply to Canada. Today we will talk about your... Now let's see the steps to apply for the Canada PR. We will talk about how you can find out if you're eligible to apply for a permanent residency in Canada, find out what documents you will need for the Canada permanent residency application. We will also see how to submit your profile on the Canada. Now let's see the steps to apply for a PR in Canada. We will talk today about the eligibility process and how you can find out if you're eligible to apply in Canada. I'll also take you through the type of documents that you will need for applying for the Canada PR. We'll also see where you will apply and how you will apply for the Canada PR. We'll also talk about the documents.
कोई बात नहीं हो जाएगी.